What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be doing boxes 2 and 3 for the year of 2021. Now, I've already searched both of these boxes just for endos and found none. So, we don't know anything about even getting any wheat pennies at all. What I do know is that I saw a lot of copper, which is a good sign for wheat cents. So hopefully we can get something good early on. So I'm going to be starting off with box 2 because it's the smaller number, duh. And I will tell you when we get our first find. Alright, this is kind of crazy. I was starting to lose faith because we were on roll 12 and we still didn't have any wheat pennies. But I crack open roll number 12 and I'm looking down, I see a 78, 78. Just some older, more beat up coins. There's an 83. And then I get to this, right? And the first thing I notice is just how old it looks, right? I think, well, knowing my luck, it's probably just the 70s. Well, I pull it down. That's a 1916. 1916, Philadelphia. And I'd say about average shape for, you know, a 1916 that you would find in a bankroll. But, yeah. Probably going to be the earliest find of the box, so I'll throw it down here just in case. But, that is pretty cool. I don't even know what to say. That's just... I mean, when you really think about it, that's super old. Anyways, hopefully we'll see you later in this box. But if we don't, we always have box number 3 to hunt. Very next roll, roll number 13. We have another find. Pulled it down. Looks like it was a 90s, just because of the wear on it, I guess. Mild wear. 51. Denver minted wheat cent on the board. Roll 13, 2 wheat cents, plus that 1916. We might be on a little streak here. Roll number 18, another find. Not a wheat penny this time, but it is the first four in the box. 1994 Canadian cent. It's got a weird little yellowish, goldish toning to it, but that's fine. So we'll throw that up at the top and see you on the next find. Back, roll 22. We got a third wheat cent of the hunt. 1945 Philadelphia minted. There aren't any errors as far as I know in this year to check for, but if I did, I would definitely check for it. Overall, just another wheat cent. Add it to the board and see you on the next find. Roll 26. We got another find. This time it's another Canadian. So this one from 2001. So that's going to be our second foreign of the box. And hopefully not the last. Well, it was definitely not the last foreign. Roll number 29. And we got, you guessed it, another Canadian. This one is a 1985. Yep, 1985. This is the second one we have with the rims that look like that. Have the little ridges on them. So we'll just stack it on top of the other one. But 3 Canadians. I wonder if this box came from up north somewhere. But, yeah. See you on the next find. We are on roll number 33. And we have another wheat cent. This is, this time, the fourth wheat cent of the box. 1948 Philadelphia. With decent quality on the wheat ears on the back. Decent. Not perfect. Definitely not perfect. But it's a 40s wheat cent, which we can add on the board, which is always welcome here. See you on the next find. Alright, roll number 39. That's a look at the box. That's the last row down here, by the way. And 2 coins from the ender. Got a wheat penny. This came reverse facing, so I don't know what year it is, but if I had to guess, it's going to be mid to late 50s. Yeah, 1956 Denver minted wheat penny. Still pretty common, but again, it's just another wheat penny we can add to the board. so I'm not going to complain. See you hopefully before the box ends. Roll 42, and we have 2 finds. So first one is one that I would normally bring you guys in for, which is a 4th Canadian, 1983. Again, rims with the lines. That makes 3. Now the other find that I normally don't bring you guys in for are 60s and 70s S's because they are common, but I do still pull them out. And I figured I might as well show you this one. 1, because it's a bit less common, and 2, because it was in a roll with something that I normally would. But again, not really a big deal. That's all. Roll numero, I don't even know what 45 is in Spanish. Okay. But yeah, roll number 45. And we have another one. The wheat cent. This one is from 1940. So I would call it an older wheat cent. Pretty good detail for a 1940. I like how it's even wear all along the coin, even though it's not that much. Go ahead and put that up top right here, because there's a good chance you won't find anything between a 16 and a 40, even in these last 5 rolls. But if we do, I'll be sure to bring you in for it. Well, I may yet actually be wrong. Well, on the very next roll, roll number 46, and I'm laying it out, and I see a wheat cent. And if you look very carefully at the wheat ears, they don't look like they have good detail. And that's typically an indicator of it being an older wheat cent. So if we take a really good look at it, yeah, barely any detail. My best guess would be just a really junky 40s or maybe even a 30s. Yeah, 44. Okay. Well, still not an older wheat cent. Let me focus that. Still not an older wheat cent, but it is a wheat cent nonetheless. And I'm happy about that. So again, any more finds, I'll bring you in, because now we know that it is possible. Cracked open roll number 49, and right here, facing in front of me. That's not it, it's just a cool cent that has a rim worn down, looks like zinc. For a second, I'll show you. I don't know, it's just kind of cool looking. Anyways, not what I brought you in for. I brought you in for this. Another wheat cent. This one is probably going to be 40s or 50s, but it showed up like that, so I haven't looked at the date yet. 58. Okay, so it is the most modern wheat cent we have so far, and it's also a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8th wheat cent, which is pretty cool. Now, I'm hoping we can make 9 and beat the average in this roll, but if not, that's fine, because I'm not going to pass up 8 wheat cents, especially when there's 16 in there. Probably see you on the wrap up. So after filming that clip for roll 49, I remembered that I'm actually not doing a wrap up just for this box, because even though I finished hunting it, we still have to hunt this box. And this box is going to conclude the hunt. So I'm taking all the finds for these and setting them aside. So then after we hunt roll 3 or box 3 of the year, I'll be able to lay all those 3 finds here, and then after the hunt, put them here, put the finds from box 2 here, and then have one big wrap up for both boxes. So I'll see you hopefully somewhere early in box number 3. 3 or box 6. We got our first find. This one's gonna be a Canadian. Again, just like the second box, another one with those rims on it. This one's going to be from 1983. I believe we already got one from 83 in box 2 of the year. But that's okay, because I always welcome more foreigns. Very next roll, so roll number 7, box 3. And I saw an old edge right, where is it? Right here. And I assumed it was going to be a wheat penny, so I bought you, and it is 1945 Philadelphia Mint wheat penny. Not bad shape. It is another wheat penny that we can add to the collection. And that will be first wheat penny of box number 3. Roll number 10, box 3. We have another find. This time it's another Canadian, but it's not one of the ones with those edges with ridges. It's a 1972. I'd say pretty average shape for a 72. No visible wear, but plenty of scratches. So I'll throw that up on the board with the other one. I'm kind of getting a bit tired of Canadians. I mean, I don't mean like keeping them, I just mean finding them. But yeah. Hopefully you can get something before roll 15. Well, believe it or not, exactly on roll 15. I pulled it down. It's all on the looking edge. Pulled the date. That's a 57D. Yep, definitely a wheat penny. 1957, minted in Denver, I want to say. Yeah, that's definitely a Denver mint mark. Okay, yeah. Super common, arguably one of the most common wheat cents in existence. But a wheat cent nonetheless. Roll number 23, I think. Yep, that's 23. Come down here. 1956, Philadelphia. Saw it with the date. Wheat penny. The ears are actually not in that good a shape, especially not for a 56. But, however, it is another wheat penny we can add to the board, and I'm going to be grateful for that. See you on the next find. Very next roll, so roll number 24, and I was searching through it and I wasn't seeing anything. Then right here at the edge I saw something dirty, pulled it down. Sure enough, it was a wheat cent. Now I haven't looked at the year yet, but it is pretty dirty, so hopefully it's something from the 20s or 30s. Nope, just a 1944. Can't tell if there's a mint mark on there. Yep, Denver. Okay. So 44D, I believe. Yeah, I can check that for the 44D over S. And I will, but I'm not going to do that on camera. So in the next clip, I'll tell you if we have it or not. Again, very next roll. So in this case, roll number 25. And we have another find. This time it's not a wheat penny though. It's a Canadian. Another one from the 80s, which another 83. I think that's the third one of today's video. But most of them from the 80s are going to have these lines in the rim. I think it's a pretty cool design, but I don't know about you guys. So I'll put that up with the other one, and we'll continue the hunt. I'm going to have to set up the tripod now because we're on roll 26. That's 4 finds in a row, which is pretty crazy. And this time it's another wheat penny. Saw the wheat ears, haven't looked at the ear yet. It does look like it's in about average shape. 58D. So it's going to be the latest wheat cent we're going to find for this entire hunt because, I don't know, because it's the latest one ever made. I'm not saying we won't find another one. I'm just saying we're not going to find anything newer than that as far as a wheat cent is concerned because that is the last year of vintage. But hopefully that doesn't mean our wheat penny streak is over. So I am going to set up the tripod and I'll see you then. Alright, so I stopped using the tripod because we had a big break in finds. We're on roll number 35, so it's been a little while. And I come in, and I'm looking for wheat cents, and then boom, Canadian. Now I think, that looks pretty old. So I pull it down real quick, and then, wow, 48. So this one is going to be a King George. That is a beautiful coin. I do enjoy getting some, wait, what? Hold on. And we have a wheat penny in the same roll. 1958p wheat penny and 1948 King George Canadian. Make sure I didn't miss anything else. Okay, I don't see anything, but that's awesome to find in one roll. So I'm going to throw that right here, and that one's going to go right here. Okay. So, King George before Younghead is kind of crazy, but still really awesome. So, hopefully, I will see you, I don't know, before roll 50. That'd be awesome. 2 rolls later, so this time roll number 38, and we get another wheat cent. Now, last time I pulled out one that I thought looked a little, I don't know, shabby. It was a 40-something. And I was expecting it to be at 20s or 30s. So I'm going to put my money on a 40s this time because the wheat ears are kind of low. And I was wrong, but in a good way. It is a 1934, which is an earlier one, Philadelphia. Still fairly common, but oldest coin in the box so far. I am not going to get mad at that. hopefully I'll see you before the box ends, because this right here, the bottom is our last layer. I did it. I did it. Another massive moment for me. For the first time ever, not only is there a wheat penny in a roll, so I'm like choking on my own breath right now, but there was also a steel cent and a bank box. I have searched at least 100 penny boxes in my life and never found one. Like, I'm including customer apps, like not even in customer apps. I've never, ever found a steal. Ever. So this is big, and it's in with another wheat penny, which is also pretty cool. Again, the other wheat penny, average 58p. Nothing much. But first steely ever found in circulation. That's just crazy. I'm going to go ahead and say box 3-1, just right off the bat, because we have a 34 and a 43, which is just unbelievable. And I'm willing to bet that that would be the 16 that we found in the other box. And we probably have more finds, including that, the King George. So yeah, I think this is just an insane box. This is one for the books. Steely, first time ever. That's crazy. Alright, so that was the end of the other box. I forgot to mention that when I found the steel cent, I was just really excited since I had found the steel cent for the first time, and I forgot to mention that was roll 47. So we were kind of following the box, and yeah. Now, here is the steel cent. Here's another look at that. Again, this was found in box number 3 of the year 2 of the hunt. So I'll set that aside for now, because that might get flipped. I don't know. So we'll start off with the wrap-up for the first box we searched. We have a 1916 and 1940 as our older wheat cents. Then we have 6 other wheat cents, making a total of 8, including a 44, 45, 48, a really junky 51 Denver, a 56 Denver, and a 58 Philly. Then we have one 1959. I do take these out of rolls, but they're just not worth bringing in the camera for, but I still do set them aside. Then we have 2 S's. Same goes for the S's with the 59s. I do take them out, but they're just not good enough to bring you guys in for. So we got a 68, which is a bit more uncommon, and then a 71. Then we have 4 Canadians. An 83, I think that's 4 83s in this hunt. 85, 94, and a 2001. So let's move on to the much better box. I mean, you can just look at the size. Like, this box was much better. So if you look at this one, I'm going to start off with the 1934 as the oldest coin in the box. But then we're going to move on to the good stuff. Really junky 44D, 45P, 56P, 56D, 57D, 58P, 58P, and 58D, making a total of 9 wheat cents, beating this one by 1. And plus that is 10. But I'm not really going to count that since it's just... Okay, you know, I'll count it. I mean, it is a wheat cent after all. So 10 wheat cents in this one, which beats this by 2. And this one ties the average, this one breaks the average. So that's pretty good. Next, we'll move on to our 59s. This time we had 4 of them, 3 Phillies and a Denver. So that's that. One 1970S. And then a few Canadians. 83, 72, another 83. So no, it was not 4 83s, it was just 3. And then the 1948 King George the 6th, which I think is a pretty cool coin. But yeah, that's the wrap up for all the boxes. So we got 18 wheat cents in this hunt. That's crazy. If you enjoyed today's 2-box penny hunt, please be sure to drop a like. Thanks for watching.